Table ladies, you may start your session. Start your session.
Sorry.
Top of the morning on a good Thursday here in South Africa, Durban. We are bringing you a match between Zimbabwe and Kenya at the All Africa Blackball Championship 2025, staged in 2026. Zimbabwe showing their clear intentions with a 2-0 lead in this match. This is the second session of the match, and in the first session, Kenya played against the Chipolo Polos of Zambia, and they lost that match, while Zimbabwe played against Botswana in the morning, and they won. So we are looking at a match of opposites here. One team coming in motivated by a loss, and the other team coming in riding the wave of a positive win in the first session. Remember, all these teams are playing for a spot in the top 4 so that they can stand a chance to play for the title of All Africa Blackball men's category teams 2025. Quite an experienced pair of players on the table here, with Mafana versus Fahad Farah. Mafana, known for Blackball specifically. Fahad is acquainted with a number of disciplines in pool, having played Blackball, Hayball, and if I'm not mistaken, American 10 ball as well. On the other table, we've got CT, who is looking poised to clear up the 2 yellows that are remaining on the table before he gets to the black ball to at least register the first win for Kenya in this particular match. 1 yellow left. While Fahad has played a very beautiful safety shot, try and give himself a chance in this particular frame to also register a frame for Kenya. I can confirm that the score is now 2-1 to the good for Zimbabwe, thanks to a beautiful finish by CT of Kenya. Foul committed by Mafana. What will Fahad do to try and use the free shot to gain an advantage?
Let's go, Robert. Robert. Come on, Mafana. I believe you. Hey, wait.
Very easy double there for Mafana. Fahad still showing the nerves from the first session and did not take advantage of the foul that he had to try and increase the score. Kenya have drawn 2 back, and the difference is only 1 frame between Zimbabwe and Kenya. Battle of East Africa and Southern Africa. Blessing on the table to try and see if he can take advantage of the rattled Fahad, who would need to shake off that first frame, try and do something to bring back Kenya into the match. You know, with these matches, it's a race to 25 frames. You really don't want your team to be falling down or falling back with a number of frames. You want to keep it tight at all times. Welcome to everybody that is watching on the streams. Please do interact with us on the chats and tell us how you are experiencing the All Africa Championship. We've got 3 disciplines here: American 10 ball, black ball, as well as hay ball. Ultimate and most official pool championship on the continent, hosted by South African Pool Union on behalf of All Africa Pool Association. Probably one of the most prolific athletes coming out of Zimbabwe. Blessing, aka Bibido. Mr. Mokwakwe is Blessing the best player in Zimbabwe right now.
Well, I can't say he's the best player in Zimbabwe, but he's actually one of the best players we have in Zimbabwe. He's still a youngster, so yeah, he still have a bright future ahead of him.
Right. With that submission from Mr. Mokwakwe, Blessing shows a little bit of inexperience by missing that simple shot in the center pocket. Fahad must make good of this opportunity. Zambia men's team is playing. They are currently playing against Tanzania. In the morning session, Zambia won against Kenya. So Zambia is doing very, very well in this tournament so far. If my records are correct, Zambia has only lost one match, which was against South Africa. Otherwise, they have put many of their opponents to the sword, including Kenya this morning with a scoreline of 14-11. But in this match, we are watching Zimbabwe versus Kenya. The Warriors of Harare versus the Warriors of Nairobi. These are the capital cities of Zimbabwe and Kenya. One last yellow, probably set himself up for a double on the black for the center pocket. Confidence sky high, and he drops it, increasing the lead to 4 frames, with Zimbabwe being 6 and Kenya sitting flat on 2 frames. You may be correct, Raymond Manyanye. Zambia did lose to Zimbabwe and South Africa. But all they have to do is make sure that they earn their spot in the top 4. Yes, Mandela Uachele. That is the format. We have a round robin. Everybody plays everybody. Then we have the top 4 going into the semi-finals and playing for a spot in the final and ultimately the title. That is the format for Blackball. In as far as American 10 ball is concerned, as well as Hayball, it's straight knockouts in the female category as well as the men's category. Six, 2. "17 frames to go. On the table now, we've got Charles versus David. Charles coming out of Zimbabwe, and David, extremely experienced Kenyan campaigner in Blackball, representing Kenya. Hopefully his experience comes through for Kenya. But Charles wants to step and show his presence in this tournament for everybody to know that Zimbabwe is not here to add numbers. Zimbabwe is here to compete. These are the words of Mr. Dewa. Zimbabwe is here to compete, not to add numbers. That scoreline of 6-2 seems to confirm that conviction. On the other tables, we have Zambia versus Tanzania. We also have Dipitsi Botswana versus South Africa. And in this particular match, we've got Zimbabwe versus Kenya. Seven two. Not really sure about the names that are being called, Brian and Lotto, but what I can tell you is that the Kenyan team has a lineup of Jackson, Fahad, David, Collins and Patrick, while Zimbabwe has put together a lineup of Ronald, Stephen, Blessing, Brian and Charles, who is currently on the table right now. Score is 7-2 to Zimbabwe, opening up a lead of 5 frames. Will Kenya stage a comeback, or will they fold to the wave of the Zimbabweans, who are coming into this match from a victory this morning against Botswana? 7-3, 10 frames gone, 15 frames to go. Ooh, that is a terrible miss from David, totally uncharacteristic of him. Containing shot, beautifully executed by Charles. Welcome to the stream, wherever you are watching from. Do let us know where you are joining us from. We are currently in South Africa, in Durban, where we are experiencing from the front row the All Africa Pool Association Blackball Championship 2025, staged in 2026 here in Durban by South African Pool Union on behalf of All Africa Pool Association. Perhaps you're sitting there wondering how you can be a part of this. It's very easy. You contact your country federation, you register as a player, you play the qualifiers to earn the right to represent your country. What a beautiful shot by Charles, making it easy pickings. And as Peter Chobe would say, the rest is a formality. Thank you, Isaac, watching from Dubai. Coming from Uganda. Unfortunately, Uganda has only sent 2 athletes to this championship in the form of Caesar Chandenga as well as Rashid, who is currently playing against Aaron on the 10-ball table. I can confirm for you that Caesar came here to play singles for 10-ball, hay ball, and black ball. He is out in the 10-ball, he is out in the hay ball, and he is only left with a chance to fight in the black ball category. Whereas Rashida is out in the hay ball, currently playing in the 10-ball, and still has a spot in the singles of the black ball. That is the status of Uganda in this particular tournament right now. Peter, watching from Nairobi, Kenya, I hope your support through the stream can really inject a little bit of energy for the Kenyan soldiers who are out here trailing by 4 frames with Zimbabwe. 8 frames to the good against 4 frames of Kenya. 25 frames at stake, race to 13. 12 frames gone, 13 frames still to go. Zimbabwe needs 5 frames and Kenya needs 9 frames to win. The noise levels are when you look at the composition of the Kenyan team and you look at the composition of the Zimbabwean team, Zimbabwe is coming fresh with youngsters into this match when Kenya is coming with the old guard. So it's experience versus energy, and right now the energy seems to have an upper hand. Small boys are showing bravery and they're putting water into the knees of the old guard. One thing that you have to admire about these games is that many of the countries, as they play, the men are supporting the women are supporting the men, and it just takes the feeling and the atmosphere to another level. Right behind me, it's the ladies of Zimbabwe supporting the guys, and I can't seem to see where the Kenyan ladies are to support the guys. That small difference seems to be making a massive difference. They call him Mugabe, the president, and he is making light work of the old guard in Farah of Kenya. One frame closer to the finish line. Zimbabwe 9, Kenya 5. Zimbabwe needs 4 frames to win this match. Kenya needs 8 frames to win this match. Jackson making his way to the table, and the president is back on the table. Zimbabwe 10. It is going down. It is going down. Fans going amok. 10 frames to 6. 4 frames difference. Race to 13. Best of 25 frames. Kenya versus Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe. Beautiful, beautiful break from Jackson. He goes for the reds. What looks to be a very elementary finish on the cuts. What will he make of it? Zambia versus Tanzania. The Zambians are singing. Not so long ago, the Tanzanians were singing, and it seems like it's neck and neck in that match. Momentum swinging from right to left, from left to right, with every frame, every shot. Please check the All Africa Pool Association Facebook page for the schedules. Otherwise, there are links there on Q-Score so that you know. But you must also remember there are 3 disciplines here: black ball, 10 ball, as well as hay ball. So pick your discipline and follow the actions there.
Come on, Mike.
For those that want to catch the action on the 10-ball table, please go and check break and finish on Mr. Peter Chobe, or check on Sessions Cape Town. Two beautiful streams there for the action on the 10-ball table. It's a match between Rashida of Uganda versus Aaron of South Africa. In this match, we are watching Zimbabwe versus Kenya. Race to 13, best of 25 frames, beautiful containing shots. Zimbabwe moves to one frame for the win. Yes, mistakes left, right, and center. But even in that situation, Zimbabwe is taking advantage of all the mistakes coming out of the Kenyan camp. They are singing one more. A song made famous by Pila Mazamba Nkosi, always singing this song while he watches Hayden Joseph play. Now it's a song that's adopted. Every team that is one frame away from the win assumes podium and sings this song. What the score is there? Can you check on William Soko's game? The score is 8-6. Zambia leading Tanzania. raised to 13. Yeah, Kenyan ladies should cover the shame of the men. I can tell you now that the Kenyan ladies are hot favorites because as the tournament started, they only had 4 ladies in the team and they were running amok and beating everybody that came with 5 ladies in the team. And now the last lady has finally joined the team and they've only lost 1 match against Botswana, and they lost that match 13-12 with only 4 players to play, which means already they had lost 5 frames or forfeited 5 frames and only playing 420 frames, and they still won. So they did a splendid job and they are poised to make it firm into the top 4. Zimbabwe, looking at the 2 frames that are in front of me, they've got players on the table. Needing just 1 frame to win the match. I can't confirm that if Kenya loses this one, they are out. But I can confirm that Kenya must still play against South Africa, who have not lost a match in this tournament so far. I can confirm that they have lost this match, which is the Kenyans, with Zimbabwe registering their 13th win in this match. 20 frames gone, 5 frames left to go. There is no way back for Kenya in this match, but they can spare themselves some blushes by making the score look a little bit respectful.
Thank you, ladies. You have 1 hour left in the session. Blackball men, you have 15 minutes left in your session.
Massacre. Zimbabwe is here to compete, not to add the numbers. These are the words of Mr. Dewa when he arrived here in South Africa and sent his warm greetings to me. He said, Mr. President, Zimbabwe is here to compete. 4 frames to go. 21 frames gone. 14 to Zimbabwe. 7 to Kenya. An interesting turn of events where the men of the country rely on the females and the women of the country to raise the flag high. Kenyan women doing much better than the Kenyan men in this tournament. Change of guard. Women empowerment. The queens of Kenya. Beautiful cueing goes through the black ball and adds another nail in the Kenyan coffin. 15 to Zimbabwe, 7. You gotta love the scenes here. You gotta love the energy here. You gotta love the endemic nature of Africans to sing when it is nice and to sing when it is sad. Mugabe, hot. This should be an interesting frame to watch. Blessing versus City. Collins, who's been playing and cueing very well. What a beautiful break. Yellows would probably be the best choice, but the first shot would be very difficult if you picked the yellows. But the reds are not a bad selection either. Allowing for a natural progression from up table, coming down to the middle of the table and finishing down table, but with the black ball on the other side of the table, that is going to be difficult. And with that being said, an extra roll on the white finds it behind the black ball and he snookers himself. Should he make a mistake and commit a foul, it will be an easy finish for City. And an opportunity for Kenya to make the score a little bit respectful, despite the confirmation that there is no way that they can win this match now. It's a foul, ball in hand. Three frames to go. Now 2 frames to go. Kenya 8, Zimbabwe 15. Not really sure about the selection of balls by CT as well as the shot selections. Would have been much easier if he finished closer to the black ball. No, which is not quite clear how he's going to get that right now with the 2 balls that are left. He'll probably have to go round 2 cushions to try and get as close to the black as he possibly can. There is room for this to go horribly wrong. Gets a lucky nudge and an opportunity to put the black in the corner pocket. As the going a finish is a finish. It does not matter how. 1 more frame happening behind us. 10. Oh, the match is finished. And the final score is 15-10. Double digits for both teams. But Zimbabwe are victorious. Mr. Mokwekwe, you must be happy. Zimbabwe has won.
Yeah, of course. Zimbabwe is my country. I'm happy.
Lovely stuff. Thank you to everybody who joined us for this match. Hope you can join us for many more other matches that are coming through here at the All Africa Blackball Championship in South Africa, Durban, hosted by South African Pool Union on behalf of All Africa Pool Association. Thanks to our sponsors, Predator, Yellen, United King, as well as Joy on the Hayball table. Thank you and goodbye. Yours truly, the first citizen of Pool in the continent, Se Jaja. Asante, maitabase, siabonga. Yala, Yala, Africa, Africa Kuchalo.